Did you know that the key to a fulfilling and meaningful life might not be as complicated as you think? It's not about chasing after every success or acquiring endless material possessions. In fact, the secret to living a life of virtue, peace, and true contentment has been known for centuries, and it's all rooted in Stoicism. If you want to master your emotions, live with purpose, and build resilience in the face of life's challenges, you need to do this one thing: embrace Stoic principles. The best part about Stoicism is that it's not just a philosophy for philosophers. It's practical, accessible, and incredibly powerful for anyone, regardless of age or background. Whether you're 18 or 65, Stoicism can transform the way you approach life. So avoid this mistake. Don't let another day pass without tapping into the timeless wisdom that's available to you right now. Let's dive into how Stoicism can help you lead a more fulfilling, virtuous life. Number 1. The power of small acts, building discipline through daily rituals. Imagine this. The soft golden light of morning filters through your window. Your favorite song plays quietly in the background, and you're taking a moment to make your bed. It's nothing extraordinary, just tucking in sheets, fluffing pillows, and smoothing the covers. But that small act can spark something profound. That simple ritual is more than housekeeping. It's a declaration that the day begins with intention. Now, think about your own mornings. Maybe they're a whirlwind, coffee brewing, emails waiting, and the race against the clock already underway. Or maybe you've experienced the calm of setting aside time to put one small thing in order before the day demands your attention. Here's where it becomes more than routine. These tiny acts reflect how we value ourselves and our environment. They're the seeds of discipline. We often overlook the power of small victories. Discipline isn't built in a single day or through monumental achievements. It's forged in these seemingly insignificant moments. Take a moment to reflect. What was the last thing you did today, not because you had to, but because it was a gesture of care toward your own space and self? This thought might bring a pang of nostalgia. Perhaps you recall your childhood home, where a neatly made bed was a daily expectation, or your first apartment, where doing laundry at midnight felt like conquering chaos. These small acts shape how we approach life itself. They teach us that discipline begins not with grand gestures, but with everyday choices. But here's the curious part. Why does something as simple as making your bed matter so much? Studies show that starting your day with a small accomplishment creates a ripple effect, leading to better focus, increased productivity, and an improved mood. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. What other small acts could be quietly transforming your day? Number 2. Mastering what's in your control. Stoicism in everyday life. Imagine a day when everything seems to go wrong. The car won't start, the coffee spills, and your carefully planned schedule crumbles before noon. Frustrating, isn't it? But what if I told you there's a way to stay calm and centered, even in the chaos? It starts with a question: what's truly within your control? At its core, Stoicism is about mastering this distinction. Think of it this way: life throws curveballs at all of us. You can't control the weather, traffic, or how others behave, but you can control how you respond. It's a powerful shift in mindset, one that empowers us to find peace amidst uncertainty. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Maybe there's been a time when you let an argument ruin your entire day. Or perhaps you've felt powerless in the face of challenges beyond your control. That's a universal experience, isn't it? We've all been there, reacting emotionally to things that, in hindsight, weren't worth the energy. Now, think back to someone who inspired you with their calmness. Perhaps it was a grandparent who weathered life's storms with quiet resilience, or a mentor who taught you to focus on solutions rather than problems. There's a timeless wisdom in their approach, one that echoes the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Here's the curious thing. When we embrace what's in our control, life feels less overwhelming. Imagine starting your day by deciding to let go of what you can't change and committing to handle what you can with grace and determination. What would that look like? How might it transform the way you handle challenges, big or small? Number 3. Accountability partnerships, a shared path to growth. Picture this. It's early morning and your alarm goes off. You're tempted to hit snooze, but then you remember. You promised a friend you'd check in after your morning workout. That small promise changes everything. You get up, lace your shoes, and show up not just for yourself, but for them too. Accountability partnerships are a game changer. They turn personal goals into shared commitments. Whether it's waking up earlier, sticking to a fitness routine, or meditating daily, knowing someone else is rooting for you and holding you to your word makes all the difference. Think about the relationships in your life. Maybe you've had a friend who kept you motivated when things got tough, or a mentor who challenged you to step out of your comfort zone. Those connections remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. Nostalgia might take you back to a time when teamwork brought out the best in you. Maybe it was a school project where you and your classmates relied on each other to succeed, or a family member who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. Accountability is built on trust and shared purpose, and it's deeply human to seek those bonds. But here's the intriguing part. Accountability partnerships aren't just about checking off tasks. They're about honest conversations, mutual support, and even discovering blind spots you didn't know you had. What could you achieve with someone by your side, cheering you on and keeping you honest? How might your goals evolve when they're part of a collective effort toward growth? Number 4. Starting your day with purpose. Morning routines and intentional living. Picture this. The first rays of sunlight stream into your room. Instead of rushing to check your phone or scramble out of bed, you take a deep breath and stretch. The day feels full of potential, and you're grounded in a moment of clarity. It's the start of a day lived with intention, not by default. Morning routines are more than habits. They're a declaration of how you want your day to unfold. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or simply sipping coffee while the world is still quiet, these moments anchor us. They give us a sense of control before the demands of the day take over. Think about your mornings. Have you ever had a day where everything felt chaotic from the get-go, where you hit the ground running and never quite caught your breath? We've all been there. Contrast that with a day when you had time to prepare, reflect, and step into your day with a clear mind. The difference is profound, isn't it? Nostalgia might pull you back to simpler times, a childhood memory of Saturday mornings when the world seemed slower, or a moment when you woke up on vacation and savored the stillness before the day began. Those memories remind us of the beauty of starting fresh, with no rush or clutter. Here's the curious part. Morning routines aren't one-size-fits-all. They're deeply personal, tailored to your goals and values. What if you could craft a routine that set the tone for productivity and peace? What if the first hour of your day became a sacred ritual, a gift you give yourself? What would your mornings and your life look like then? Number 5. Memento mori. Using mortality as motivation for a meaningful life. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're walking through a park. The air is crisp and the leaves crunch beneath your feet. You pause and think about how fleeting this moment is, how life itself is a series of such moments, each precious and irreplaceable. This awareness isn't morbid, it's liberating. It's the heart of memento mori, the Stoic practice of remembering our mortality. This concept isn't about dwelling on death. It's about enhancing life. When we acknowledge that our time is limited, we stop wasting it on trivialities. The petty arguments, the procrastination, the distractions, they lose their grip. Instead, we focus on what truly matters: love, growth, and leaving the world better than we found it. Think back to moments when life reminded you of its fragility. Maybe it was the loss of a loved one, or a time when you faced your own fears about the future. Those experiences often bring clarity, don't they? They make us reevaluate our priorities and cherish the time we have. Nostalgia might take you to a moment when time felt infinite: a summer evening spent with friends, a family gathering filled with laughter, or a childhood memory of lying under the stars, dreaming about the future. Those memories remind us of life's beauty and its fleeting nature. Now here's the intriguing part. What if you started each day with the thought, "What if today were my last?" Not as a source of anxiety, but as a lens through which to view your choices. How would it reshape your actions, your relationships, your goals? How might it infuse your life with greater purpose and gratitude? Number 6. Negative visualization. Building resilience and gratitude. Picture this. You're holding your favorite mug, filled with hot coffee. Now imagine, just for a moment, that it slips from your hand and shatters. The coffee, the mug, the moment, it's all gone. How do you feel? Now bring your focus back to the present and hold that mug a little tighter, savoring the warmth. This is negative visualization in action. Negative visualization isn't about dwelling on worst-case scenarios. It's about preparing yourself emotionally and mentally for life's uncertainties. By imagining loss or setbacks, we cultivate resilience and deepen our gratitude for what we have right now. Think about the last time something didn't go your way. Maybe it was a cancelled plan, an unexpected expense, or a missed opportunity. Those moments are frustrating, aren't they? But imagine if you'd mentally rehearsed the possibility. How might you have handled it differently, with less frustration, perhaps, and more grace? This practice might stir nostalgia for times when life threw you a curveball and you found strength you didn't know you had. Remember a moment when you faced adversity, a tough conversation, a sudden change, and came out stronger. Those memories remind us that resilience is a skill we can nurture. Here's the curious part. Negative visualization doesn't make us pessimists. It makes us realists with a deep appreciation for life's fragility and beauty. What if you started your day by contemplating small challenges and imagining how you'd rise to meet them? How might it transform your mindset and prepare you for the unexpected twists of life? Number 7. Gratitude journaling. Closing the day with reflection and peace. Imagine lying in bed at the end of a long day. The house is quiet, the world outside is still, and you're left with your thoughts. Now picture opening a small journal and jotting down a few things that brought you joy, comfort, or meaning that day. It could be the warmth of the sun on your skin, the smile of a stranger, or a moment of laughter with a loved one. This simple act, gratitude journaling, can transform how you see the world. Gratitude journaling isn't just a trendy wellness habit. It's a powerful practice rooted in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed in focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. By reflecting on the positives, no matter how small, we shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Think back to times in your life when you paused to appreciate what you had. Maybe it was during the holidays, sitting around a table with family, or perhaps it was a quiet moment alone, realizing how far you've come. Those moments remind us that gratitude isn't about grand gestures. It's about noticing the beauty in the ordinary. Nostalgia might pull you back to simpler times, a childhood memory of being tucked into bed, safe and content. That sense of peace is something we can cultivate even now, no matter our age or circumstances. Here's the intriguing part. What if you made gratitude journaling a nightly ritual? How might it change the way you sleep, the way you wake up, and the way you approach each new day? Could this simple act of reflection help you find peace even amidst chaos? Number 8. The ripple effect of discipline. From small wins to lasting impact. Picture a drop of water falling into a still pond. The ripples spread outward, touching everything in their path. Now, imagine that drop is a small act of discipline, a made bed, a completed task, a decision to say no to a distraction. These seemingly minor actions create ripples that shape your life in ways you might not immediately see. Discipline isn't about grand gestures or impossible goals. It's about the small wins we achieve every day. The Stoics taught that our habits define us, that the path to virtue is built on consistent, intentional actions. When you choose discipline in one area, it spills over into others. A tidy desk can lead to a focused mind. A morning workout can inspire a productive day. Think about a time when a small change led to a big shift in your life. Maybe it was committing to a daily walk that improved your health, or sticking to a budget that gave you financial freedom. Those moments remind us that progress is often the result of steady, incremental effort, not sudden leaps. You might feel nostalgic for the times when life felt simpler, when small achievements, like learning to ride a bike or finishing a school project, brought immense pride. That same sense of accomplishment is still within reach, no matter your age or stage in life. Here's the question: what small act of discipline could you start today that might transform your tomorrow? How could a single, consistent choice ripple outward, touching every part of your life? Number 9. Community and connection. Stoic wisdom on mutual growth. Imagine a group of people gathered around a fire, sharing stories, wisdom, and laughter. There's a sense of warmth, connection, and belonging. This image might feel ancient, but it's deeply human and deeply Stoic. The Stoics believed that we're not meant to navigate life alone. Growth, they taught, is often a communal effort. Community and connection are essential for personal development. An accountability partner, a supportive friend, or a group of like-minded individuals can amplify your growth. They remind you of your goals, challenge your assumptions, and celebrate your victories. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We were born for cooperation." Think about the times when someone's support made all the difference. Maybe it was a teacher who believed in you, a friend who encouraged you, or a mentor who guided you. Those moments remind us that connection isn't just nice to have, it's vital for our journey. You might feel nostalgic for times when community came naturally, playing on a team, attending family gatherings, or working on a shared project. In those moments, you felt the power of collective effort, of being part of something larger than yourself. Now consider this. What would it look like to intentionally build a community around your goals and values? How could you both give and receive support in ways that elevate everyone involved? Could this be the key to unlocking the next level of your personal growth? Number 10. Embracing Stoicism. A journey to fulfillment and virtue. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of calm, clarity, and purpose. The world is chaotic. The pressures of daily life are overwhelming at times, yet within you there is peace. You meet each challenge with steady resolve, making decisions that reflect your values, not the whims of emotion or circumstance. This is the power of Stoicism, the philosophy that can transform not just your mindset, but your entire life. Stoicism is more than a set of ideas, it's a way of living. It teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to release what isn't. It calls us to act with virtue, to live with wisdom, courage, and justice. But what does this look like in practical terms? Think back to a time when you faced a difficult situation. Maybe it was an argument, a stressful work deadline, or a personal setback. In that moment, how did you respond? Did you act impulsively, or did you take a step back, breathe, and choose how to respond thoughtfully? Those moments, however small, are opportunities to practice Stoicism. Nostalgia might bring you to a time in your life when things felt more balanced, more peaceful. Maybe it was a simpler time, a time when you were more connected to your sense of purpose. What if you could tap back into that inner calm and purpose, not as something from the past, but as something to build in the present? Here's the exciting part. Stoicism isn't just about looking back. It's about moving forward with intention. It's about choosing to live each day in alignment with your values, knowing that each action, each thought, each decision is shaping the life you're creating. How different would your life look if you truly embraced Stoic principles, not just in moments of crisis, but in every decision you make? How much more resilient, grounded, and fulfilled could you become? The beauty of Stoicism is that it invites you to start wherever you are. It's not a distant ideal. It's a philosophy that's meant to be lived here and now. By focusing on the present, by embracing discipline, and by fostering a mindset rooted in virtue, you're already on the path to greater fulfillment and peace. Each day is an opportunity to align your actions with your highest ideals and create a life that is meaningful and rich in purpose. So how do you want to live today? As we've explored, Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy. It's a powerful tool that can shape the way we live today. By practicing these timeless principles, we can cultivate more discipline, resilience, and purpose in our lives, no matter what challenges we face. The choice is yours. Embrace these habits and start living intentionally, or let life pass you by. The key to transformation is in your hands. Drop 100 if you've watched this far. It shows that you're part of the 0.01% who actually finishes what they start. If you're serious about changing your life and embracing the Stoic path, make sure to join our community by subscribing to the channel. The journey toward a more fulfilled, virtuous life begins now, and you don't want to miss what's coming next.